Hello my crafty crew and welcome back. If you're new, hi, I am Di, this is Creative Comedy Design. Today we're going to be talking about December Daily. So if you're not sure what December Daily is, it's basically a memory keeping project through the month of December. You get to choose how many stories you do, how you tell it, all up to you, but it was created by Ali Edwards. I will leave a link down below because right now she has a sale on of products, of classes and all of that. There should still be a day or two to add to the shipping boxes, so check that out down below. I did December Daily for the first time last year. Absolutely loved it. I have a couple of videos on my channel which I will link up here or down below in the description, and there will be the whole reason why I decided to do the project, foundation pages, which we'll talk about later, and a flip through of my finished album. You can find all of those on my channel down below or in the cards somewhere up here. Don't know which side that's on. So firstly, I'm going to share with you 7 tips of things that I learned last year and things that I would recommend. We'll call them 7 tips. So the first tip is going to be buy your products now. There are literally 11 weeks left of this year. I think it's 11, it could be closer to 10. And 5 of those are in December. So you don't have a whole bunch of time to get your stuff together. So get your stuff together. Especially your container of what you're going to put your stories in. So that could be a ring binder, it could be you're doing a traveler's notebook, you could be creating your own scrapbook album, it could just be a traditional scrapbook album, you could be converting a happy planner. What are you going to contain these stories in? What's that going to be for you? And also your products. So related to that is tip number 2. You've got all of your stuff, you've been out, you've bought your album, you've decided what you're going to use, you've got all your page protectors, whatever it is for the insides, you've got your papers, your embellishments, your stamps, your ink pads, whatever it is, however fancy you want to get with your supplies. My advice, put them in one central location. What I did last year was I took one of my planner carts, I have 2, I took one of those, I took everything off it, and I just put all of my December Daily stuff on there so that I knew it wasn't around the room somewhere, it was contained to that one space. That would be my advice. Put it somewhere where you know they're not going to grow legs and walk away. And you know that it's in there somewhere. So tip number 3 is going to be decide how many stories you're going to tell. Now, most people in the community think of this as like 1 through number, whatever the number is for you. Rather than thinking about that as days, day 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, 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 think about them as stories. They don't have to happen on that one day. That doesn't have to be the thing. They're stories that you're telling throughout the month. My advice would be decide, are you doing 7 days? Are you doing 12? Are you doing 25? Or are you going for the whole 31? What would be your number that works for you? Personally, I did 31 last year thinking, well, there's 31 days, 31 stories. It was way too many. It was way too many. By the time Christmas Day rolled around, I was done. So for me, I'm gonna kind of stick with 25, I think. There may be like a recap at the end, but 25, I think that's a good number. That's what I'm doing this year, but also think about the size of the album that you have, how much you're gonna fit in there. That's gonna influence how many stories you're gonna tell, right? So there's that to consider too. Tip number 4 is going to be print off a monthly calendar and kind of pencil in events and things that you have happening. Again, they don't have to be told on that particular day, but if you know that, this is an example, that's just in our lives, my birthday's on the 16th, that's always a story that I'm going to tell, so that's always going to be my story 16. It could be that you're visiting Santa on the 5th with the kids or the dogs. What stories are you going to tell that you have activities, that's the word I'm looking for, activities throughout the month? Maybe you have a work party, maybe you have a family gathering, whatever it is, pencil those in and then have a bank of stories that you can pull from, like the 5 senses, what are you thankful for? You have the tree decorating, buying the tree. Each of those can be 2 separate stories. Going to buy the tree, decorating the tree. What decorations do you have? Do you have any family heirlooms? All of these little stories that you can tell in your December Daily album. There is a full list, like a long list, on the December Daily Facebook group. So if you're in the group, look in the files, because there's a lot of tips in there. But also check other content creators. Again, look at the stories that I've done last year. Look at the stories that other content creators have done and shared. Tip number 5 is going to be prep ahead. This is going to be a twofold tip. This is kind of 5 and 6. So 5 is prep ahead. In the community, Ali has a class that is called Prep Day. It is $5 and it is well worth it. If you buy one class from her, Prep Day, $5. It is on the 2nd of November, I believe, this year, and it literally lasts all day. There's a Zoom all day, there are classes every hour, and it just gives you inspiration. There are some downloads. It's a blast. Everybody in the community who is on there is creating something, is doing something. We share projects, what we've been working on. It's just fun. And I knew immediately that I was going to sign up for that again because I did it last year. I had a blast. Plus my husband is away that weekend, so I get to play all day. So I highly recommend that class. If you're not doing the class, like, schedule some prep time now each week that you can work on stuff, especially if you are doing stuff with your Cricut and you want to create things. Maybe you want to stamp some paper. Whatever it is that you're doing, prep things now ahead of time. Which leads me to tip number 6. Create some foundation pages. You might be asking yourself, what the heck are foundation pages? They're basically pre-made pages that all you have to do is then you come in December, you know that you want to tell the story of your birthday or visiting Santa, whatever it is. You prep the whole page ahead of time so that all you have to do is get your photos, plop, plop, write your journaling, you're done. It's a really great way to just make it easy on yourself in a season of craziness. If you're not going to do what is called foundation pages, again, like pre-made whatever pages, if you're not going to do those, get yourself some of the little Ziploc baggies and then gather your stuff. Okay, this paper goes with these embellishments, goes with this journal card and these stamps. Put them all in a little baggie, label the story that you want to tell, and then put it in a pile. Again, in your container, your planner cart, your cupboard, your drawer, whatever it is that you're doing to contain all of your stuff together. Or just slip it in the album. Like, not punch it, but just slip it in. Tip number 7. This is something I found last year when I got my album and I created my foundation pages. I kind of started like forgetting which page was for which story. Use your sticky notes, especially like pocket pages, because all the pocket pages can just look the same. This is the story that I want to tell here. Sticky note. This is it. This is the birthday. This is the Santa. This is the kids thing that we're doing. And you put a little sticky on each page. Okay, these are the stories, because you can move these around. So get yourself some stickies and just sticky note it, just so that you have an idea. If you're not going to sticky note the ideas, then sticky note the days so that you don't lose track of a day. Trust me, that happened to me as well, and I put the wrong number on at least 3 pages because I kept forgetting what number I was on. Alright, that's my 7 tips. If you're a seasoned December Daily Pro and you're watching this and you're like, hey Di, you forgot this, drop it down below. Now, what is my plan for 2025? Last year, I used the 10x8 buildable album, which I hated. I loved it until I started using it. I just didn't like it. And this year, I am going to do the 6x8. And I'm going to use the Fa La La album. It should be on its way soon. I absolutely love that album. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So that's my album. Other than that, the only other thing that I've really ordered that is December related is ink pads, embossing powder, like tools. I'm just more into tools. This has been my year of tools, apparently. The thing is, as we finished up December Daily last year and things went on sale, I had in my closet a box, like a 13 by 13, one of the scrapbook boxes, December Daily on the side of it. And if I bought anything that was December Daily related, I just literally threw it in there. And I'm like, yep, that'll be great for next year. So I've got a ton of papers. I think I have like 3/4 pattern paper packs. I have a ton of embellishments, stamps, stickers, sticker books. I also have all of the digitals from Ali from last year, possibly the year before. I just went crazy last year buying a bunch of stuff, so the only real thing that I needed was the album. So I've got the album. Again, I picked up some other stuff, but my plan is again the 6x8, and then I'm going to do prep day on the 2nd of November, and then my plan is that every week I share some kind of foundation page project or something that I've made for December Daily. That is my plan. Now my plan initially was twice a week. I'm hoping for once a week, and we'll just go from there. If I do 2, great. So that is my plan, foundation pages or something every week. Then through December, I'm going to share probably every 2 or 3 days, I'm thinking 3, of catching up. Okay, here is stories 1 through 3, here are stories 4 to 7, and I'll just lump them together in a chunk. I'm going to call it a chunk, but I'm not going to share a flip through. I'm going to share my flip through next year when we do next year's December Daily. That is my plan. That seems to be the content creator way, so I am joining in with it because I am just thoroughly excited. It really helped me kind of reconnect to the season, and yeah, I'm thoroughly excited for it. Let me know if you're doing December Daily. What size album are you doing? Did you buy the Fa La La album? Because it's beautiful. But yeah, let me know what you're doing. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, drop me a comment, give me a like. I'll see you next time. Bye!